Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on a 2018 Honda CBR650F. This is all you need. So you need this Generation 4 10W30 SJ oil from a Honda dealership. This is what the manufacturer. You need this particular oil filter. So I just wanted to give you like the part number here if you're looking for it. So this is a little expensive. This is $17. You can get the cane filter for about $10 at AutoZone store if you don't need the Honda OEM one. But for the oil, I would recommend to go with this. And this is a semi-synthetic oil. It's only I think $7 for a quart. In terms of tools, what you need is oil filter removal one. You can find that at Walmart for $8. You need a 12 millimeter socket or a 12 millimeter wrench. The socket with the handle actually helps it easier. And then you need a drain pan and a funnel to pour the oil. So before I go for the oil change, I wanted to show where the drain plug and the oil filter is. So in the bottom of the bike, there's the 12 millimeter drain plug, and that's where the filter is right here. So I actually wrap up the bike before doing the oil change. So what I do is, as a prep, is when the bike is cold, actually loosen this drain plug as well as the filter, and then I start up the bike, let it run for a couple of minutes for the oil to circulate, because that way it's easier to drain out the rest of the oil. So I've already loosened it. The next thing I'm gonna do is start up the bike, let it run for a minute, and then we'll go ahead and start removing the drain plug, take the old oil out. So I'm gonna start this up, make sure it's in neutral. Okay, now I'm gonna start it up and let it run for a couple of minutes. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, let it run for a couple of minutes, let the oil to warm up, and then when I remove the drain plug, it would easily come out. So guys, I have let it run for a couple of minutes for the oil to warm up, and as you can see, I only have 775 miles. So this is going to be the first service. Supposed to do the oil change or the break-in service at 600 miles, but somehow I was busy and I was riding it daily, so the goes up. So I got this on Memorial Day weekend with only 71 miles on it, and today is the 15th of June. As you can see that it already has 775 miles. So this is the best trick. So the way I do this is, because first I loosen the rain bolt, and then I loosen the oil filter while the bike is cold, so that way you don't burn yourself, and then let the bike run for a couple of minutes. That way the oil warms up and it circulates. Now we will go ahead and proceed removing it fully and drain out the oil. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 12 millimeter and remove the drain plug. It's already loosened up, so it's very easy. Dang it, I was trying to avoid that. I spilled a little bit of oil. Look at the rug to clean it up. I'll go get some rug to clean it up while it's drained out. So while that is being drained out, I'm gonna go clean this is the drain plug. So it's a good idea to clean it thoroughly, and then also have the washer. So it's still good. I don't need to replace it. Recommended to change it every time. but I think you can, was because this was the first service, you can, keep the, so I clean them out, you keep them separate. So now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the filter. It's loose enough to be removed by hand. Make sure nothing is spilled. So there's the old oil filter. It's gonna give it a wipe. It's the same one. Actually, the filter looks clean enough. We'll wait for it to drain a little further. Another thing I kind of missed to tell you guys is that before you start draining out the oil, remove this filler cap. So while I'm waiting for it to finish draining, I'm gonna prep the new filter. To remove the plastic bag, and then we have to lubricate the sealing. So the best way to do is get one of the oils, open it up, break this in, put your finger inside, and then just do this. Just apply some of the oil here. For Yamaha, I have seen their filters actually come pre-lubed. Not Kawasaki. Honda. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour a little bit more oil in here so that it's not bone dry immediately on start up the engine. Now time to install the filter. Remove it from the packaging. Wipe out the excess oil from the sides. Remove the container and then screw it back on. And then install the drain plug as well. Good wipe. And then some of the oil did get into the fitting. Try and clean that out. I think that's from that side. Make sure when you do that, you are mindful because exhaust is hot, you can burn your skin. So, tighten, ring. there are talks in the manual, but I just use it for my hand. The oil filter, I just use the rug and hand tighten it. And I think that's good enough. And let's go ahead and fill up the oil. So it says 3.1 quarts of oil when you change the filter. But I'm just gonna pour 3 quarts and I think should be fine. So there goes the 3 quarts of oil. I'm gonna clean up this. Once that is done, I'm gonna give a final wipe, tighten it. I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna start up the bike back again, let it run for 1 minute, and then I'm gonna go check for any oil leaks, and if not, then I'm just gonna go get it for a test drive. So I started it up. I'm gonna run it for a minute, and then we're gonna go check for any oil leaks. Look how dirty the oil that came out of it. So that's it, guys. I did let it run and I checked. There's no oil leak either from the drain plug or from the filter. So I'm just gonna gear up and go for a test drive, then come back again and check. If there's no leakages, that means we are good. And what we spent today was, you can see the filters and the oil, so altogether $40 and then half an hour of your day and you are all set.